the 7th lunar month, the ghosts run rampant. The gates of hell swing open, and the demons lay in ambush. Amidst a world of danger, the woman's eyes glow with zeal. Esteemed guests, please, have another cup of tea. This story is only just beginning. There exists a strange scroll, a bestiary that records monsters and demons in its pages. It's called the Scroll of Baidze. Perhaps fate has a twisted sense of humor. The incomplete scroll fell into the hands of a woman. Above this scroll, prejudice weighed down like mountains, towering into the sky. But she is like water, soft like a cloud, yet strong as ice when necessary. No barrier can stand in the way of her path to self-discovery. Yet, the threads of fate lead to the other side. The evil within the mausoleum remains eternal with the Emperor's obsession. On the 15th night of the 7th lunar month, the ghosts run rampant. The gates of hell swing open, and the demons lay in ambush. Amidst a world of danger, the woman's eyes glow with zeal. Esteemed guests, please, have another cup of tea. This story is only just beginning. There exists a strange scroll, a bestiary that records monsters and demons in its pages. It's called the Scroll of Baidze. Perhaps fate has a twisted sense of humor. The incomplete scroll fell into the hands of a woman. Above this scroll, prejudice weighed down like mountains, towering into the sky. But she is like water, soft like a cloud, yet strong as ice when necessary. No barrier can stand in the way of her path to self-discovery. Yet, the threads of fate lead to the other side. The evil within the mausoleum remains eternal with the Emperor's obsession. On the 15th night of the 7th lunar month, the ghosts run rampant. The gates of hell swing open, and the demons lay in ambush. Amidst a world of danger, the woman's eyes glow with zeal. Esteemed guests, please, have another cup of tea. This story is only just beginning. There exists a strange scroll, a bestiary that records monsters and demons in its pages. It's called the Scroll of Baidze. Perhaps fate has a twisted sense of humor. The incomplete scroll fell into the hands of a woman. Above this scroll, prejudice weighed down like mountains, towering into the sky. But she is like water, soft like a cloud, yet strong as ice when necessary. No barrier can stand in the way of her path to self-discovery. Yet, the threads of fate lead to the other side. The evil within the mausoleum remains eternal with the Emperor's obsession. On the 15th night of the 7th lunar month, the ghosts run rampant. The gates of hell swing open, and the demons lay in ambush. Amidst a world of danger, the woman's eyes glow with zeal. Esteemed guests, please, have another cup of tea. This story is only just beginning. There exists a strange scroll, a bestiary that records monsters and demons in its pages. It's called the Scroll of Baidze. Perhaps fate has a twisted sense of humor. The incomplete scroll fell into the hands of a woman. Above this scroll, prejudice weighed down like mountains, towering into the sky. But she is like water, soft like a cloud, yet strong as ice when necessary. No barrier can stand in the way of her path to self-discovery. Yet, the threads of fate lead to the other side. The evil within the mausoleum remains eternal with the Emperor's obsession. On the 15th night of the 7th lunar month, the ghosts run rampant. The gates of hell swing open, and the demons lay in ambush. Amidst a world of danger, the woman's eyes glow with zeal. Hi-ya! Esteemed guests, please have another cup of tea. This story is only just beginning. There exists a strange scroll, a bestiary that records monsters and demons in its pages. It's called the Scroll of Baidze. Perhaps fate has a twisted sense of humor. The incomplete scroll fell into the hands of a woman. Above this scroll, prejudice weighed down like mountains, towering into the sky. But she is like water, soft like a cloud, yet strong as ice when necessary. No barrier can stand in the way of her path to self-discovery. Yet, the threads of fate lead to the other side. The evil within the mausoleum remains eternal with the Emperor's obsession. On the 15th night of the 7th lunar month, the ghosts run rampant. The gates of hell swing open, and the demons lay in ambush. Amidst a world of danger, the woman's eyes glow with zeal. Hi-ya! Esteemed guests, please have another cup of tea. This story is only just beginning. There exists a strange scroll, a bestiary that records monsters and demons in its pages. It's called the Scroll of Baidze. Perhaps fate has a twisted sense of humor. The incomplete scroll fell into the hands of a woman. Above this scroll, prejudice weighed down like mountains, towering into the sky. But she is like water, soft like a cloud, yet strong as ice when necessary. No barrier can stand in the way of her path to self-discovery. Yet, the threads of fate lead to the other side. The evil within the mausoleum remains eternal with the Emperor's obsession. On the 15th night of the 7th lunar month, the ghosts run rampant. The gates of hell swing open, and the demons lay in ambush. Amidst a world of danger, the woman's eyes glow with zeal. Hi-ya! Esteemed guests, please have another cup of tea. This story is only just beginning. There exists a strange scroll, a bestiary that records monsters and demons in its pages. It's called the Scroll of Baidze. Perhaps fate has a twisted sense of humor. The incomplete scroll fell into the hands of a woman. Above this scroll, prejudice weighed down like mountains, towering into the sky. But she is like water, soft like a cloud, yet strong as ice when necessary. No barrier can stand in the way of her path to self-discovery. Yet, the threads of fate lead to the other side. The evil within the mausoleum remains eternal with the Emperor's obsession. On the 15th night of the 7th lunar month, the ghosts run rampant. The gates of hell swing open, and the demons lay in ambush. Amidst a world of danger, the woman's eyes glow with zeal. Hi-ya!
we'll jump over here, and welcome back to Manor Regulars Chapter 2, and we are at the semi-finals today, as right now we're going to be in a game between Scouts and Somnia, and the winning team will be facing off against ArmadaX in the finals tomorrow, and I am joined by one and the only Lena. Wanna say hi?
Hello!
Yep, Lena is from RL, and they're joining me today. So yep, and we are going to be watching Scouts and Somnia. Scouts and Somnia different journeys, because Somnia actually dropped their first game, but they fought their way through the losers bracket into where they are now, while Scouts on the meantime, Scouts was at the winners bracket but lost to AX and dropped down to the losers bracket, and they're trying to win to make it to the final. So let's see who is in the audience and drop down to the loser. Oh yeah. Alright. So yep, now we're waiting for the teams. As we can see that Scouts won the coin flip. Somnia banned Arms Factory, Scouts chose Eversleep, and Somnia chose the Hunter to go first. Want to say something, Nina? Alright, is Lena here?
Sorry, my mic. I forgot I was using push to talk for a second there. I am quite worried for Somnia because Scouts actually used to be the #1 Philippines team at some point.
Wow, that is something. Yeah, well, if Scouts is the #1 Philippines team, then this will be a tough battle. And actually, because like I'm from Somnia, I can mention something. Is that Somnia claim that they have a rivalry with Scouts because Scouts stopped them in the tournament twice. In Manor Regulars Chapter 1, Somnia lost to Scouts in the quarterfinals and causing Somnia time to end in the very first round. Also, in the tournament hosted by Scouts, Scouts also defeated Somnia twice and stopping them from having an easy advantage in the semi-finals. So Somnia and Scouts actually have some sort of... Somnia claimed that they have a rivalry with Scouts because they keep on getting stopped. So let's see what will happen today. Asir is going to be banned by Jafet. Alright. Lena,
Their first picks are forward and acrobat. The Seer ban was pretty typical, but it does show that it probably will not be a chip hit hunter.
To be fair, because we've already seen what they're capable of, because we already saw what Jafet plays a lot. Jafet has played Galatea, Guard 26 as chip hunters, and he also has played Breaking Wheel and Wax Artist a lot, especially Breaking Wheel, which is most memorable, where you get a 4K in Breaking Wheel and Arms Factory, which is very, very hard. So, Ford and Acrobat are the first two being picked, so a Stunner and a Tough Kiter, so pretty standard so far, because it's just interesting that they prioritize the Acrobat over the Priestess. Lena,
if they're not picking the Priestess first, they might either have a trick up their sleeve or their ideas just don't really need Priestess. But I don't understand what kind of strategy would not require a Priestess in Eversleeping.
Well, I don't know, or maybe just because that they don't prioritize Priestess as much as the other characters. Hold on. Let me check something. Yep, so Merc is the second being banned and seems like does not want a strong rescuer, and okay, Enchantress is chosen next, so Enchantress is actually a good counter to Breaking Wheel. Enchantress is a good counter to Breaking Wheel, so it seems like here they're already having some plans to deal with Japhet's Breaking Wheel. Yeah. Right, Lena, when I pause that means I hope that you can talk. So, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, and now that the patient is also getting banned, because it's a common thing that Japhet does always bans patient no matter what, so... And there we go. The Priestess is the last character being chosen, so... But Priestess is still needed because of her ability to portal around the map, right?
Yeah. She's still...
Go ahead.
It didn't make sense how they decided to pick her last, though, because if Japhet decided to ban her first, they might have been in some trouble if he did not play Breaking Wheel.
Maybe that they have other ideas, or maybe they're confident that they can pull it off without the Priestess, though. But then again, we already received news on what the Hunter is, and it's the Wax Artist. If Japhet likes to play the Wax Artist first.
From what we've seen, it's either always Wax Artist or Breaking Wheel first.
Yeah.
So, standard.
In this tournament, Japhet prioritized Wax Artist over Breaking Wheel first, and his Wax Artist actually made like a few good plays in this tournament. And often did pretty well. So let's see what happens. And I guess the Wax Artist is also picked because the Enchantress also counters Breaking Wheel in one way, because Enchantress can just form her stuns while the Breaking Wheel is in wheel form.
Indeed, and both Forward and Enchantress can cancel the Full Presence ability, which will be troublesome for him.
Yeah, you can cancel that, so yeah, I guess the Wax Artist does make sense in this pretty particular situation. At least it may be a better option than the Breaking Wheel. If we're just talking about paper, but then, oh look at it. Okay, I know that the audience cannot see it, but they're now saying stuff like, "I like to eat your mom." Like, oh my gosh, people just throwing some harsh words at each other before the tournament.
The audience also can't see their Discord usernames, but the entirety of Somnia voice call has changed their nicknames to "I did your mom" one.
People just all being mean and throwing harsh words at each other, as we are going to be doing the very beginning of the game. As over here, Wax Artist spawned at the fake gate and going to the center, and it seems that Mr. Bomb is the first one closest as he transitioned away.
Sweeping through middle and doesn't find anyone, but now he's turning back towards the corner house, which means he'll find Acrobat first.
Yeah, but it's a pretty smart move here. The Acrobat already prematurely slammed the pallet, forcing Japhet to break that pallet and wasting more time. As right now, the Acrobat over here is going to loop around the entire single corner house so that the Wax Artist never had a chance to shoot his wax on him, and now he's going to step on the mud bomb and slowing him down even more. Oh no!
Oh, that was... He teleported to the wrong cipher.
He must have been aiming. He must have been aiming for 2 pallets, but he aimed at the wrong cipher, and he's gonna go to the graveyard, but no one's at the graveyard, and now he's going to find the 4, which is the worst target in here. Oh, so right now, this 4 can actually loop around here because there are actually a lot of tall walls, so that'll be very hard for the Japhet to spray his wax. But currently, things are not looking good for Japhet. He used up his teleport, and there's no skill for him to chase down this 4 on bare foot.
At this point, I feel like he should go back to Acrobat instead of chasing forward.
Yeah, I think he should have gone back to Acrobat as well. And we can see that right now the first wave of the ciphers are going to be done. Alright.
They're getting the oh.
Yeah, seems like there's some internet issues there. Hold on.
Yeah, I did see their forward stop moving and then suddenly start moving again, but he did seem to be a little slowed.
Yeah.
So, I'm guessing it's their forward that's lagging.
Yeah. Therefore, definitely lagged over there. So, but to be fair, so this does not look. To be fair, I feel like things are still not looking good because we can see over there the first wave of the ciphers are done.
First wave of ciphers are already done, and he still hasn't gotten down yet. It's at the rate it's going. I feel like if he tries his best, it's probably only gonna be a tie or
Yeah, the best is pretty much a tie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so over here, going to instantly use up his entire football because just now the 4 over there is in dangerously high wax, and over here we can see that the wax are already dropped down a bit of a level, so now the 4 is pretty far away and out of reach. Also, okay, once again it's now in 71 wax, and
now he's going down, but it's a little too late because there's already only 2 ciphers remaining.
Yeah, the last wave of the ciphers are going to be decoded right now. We can see that currently the acrobat is going to make his way on into rescue, and there's no pressure to rescue in front of a level 1 wax artist, so the acrobat over here is just going to loop around more because it doesn't matter if he gets hit and
the missed red ball, unfortunately. But he walked right into it. It looks like the forward is lagging once again, which caused him to get hit after.
Yeah, and now he's gonna go after the acrobat for a double knockdown, but unfortunately it's not enough because it's 91 hot wax. It's still not enough to get a knockdown, and the 4 instantly dashes to the corner, and making sure that he would not interrupt any ciphers, as someone else will be rotating to rescue as the acrobat makes the way back to their cipher.
It looks like the enchantress is going to rescue next. From the looks of the priestess has started moving once again too.
Well, yeah, but the one thing I am curious about is the acrobat is also here. It seems like they wanted to send 2 people to rescue to ensure the rescue, but I do feel like it's better if the acrobat does not get close and go down, as he may. It may not end well, as lots of hot wax are spraying around here. We'll have to see what happens.
They might both die to the
acrobat down, 4 down. Enchantress is dangerous in half. So that was a pretty nice move to pop. That was a pretty good call because the wax artist could have just sprayed hot wax to force the Enchantress to let go if they force heal. So right now, Ford goes down over here, and I'm actually curious on what the Cypher Gate progress is right now, because it's only 20%, so actually the Wax Artist can still go for a tie by teleporting over there.
If it's only at 20%, he probably has the
they're planning to force it. They're planning to force it because they had a fire bomb. But the Acrobat though. So hold on, right now, Jafet has to be very careful. Jafet cannot.
Never mind. She's going down, but Acrobat is getting out.
The Enchantress extended a bit too far. The Enchantress had a good idea in mind to stun, but extended a bit too much. But Jafet chairing at this chair is also a dangerous move because the Priestess can rescue them. But we can see that.
Well, we do see the Priestess was trying to camp the other chair.
Well, Priestess is coming now, but this is a dangerous move. This is a dangerous move. But a pretty nice move for the Priestess to let's see how it's gonna hot wax. Is it gonna be enough? Oh no! Yeah, the Priestess has to be very careful and instantly rescue. And
oh my god!
Oh wow, that was a free cane. That went from the survivors got greedy, and the Priestess with so much hot wax, that what the Priestess should have done is that she should have stuck back to the graveyard and waited for her wax to drop off, because charging in when the hot wax is still active is a very dangerous move. So the survivors got too greedy at the end, and it backfired on them badly.
Why, the way things were going at the gate, it looked like it was going to end in a solo escape if the Enchantress didn't get downed, but the hot wax made it just barely in time. But the acrobat still did manage to crawl away.
Yeah, the thing is that the Enchantress had a nice idea, but the Enchantress should have positioned herself closer to where the gate exit is, because she stands too far, and this allowed the wax artist to knock her out of the gate. And the other thing is that the priestess really got a bit too greedy over there, because the priestess could have waited for her hot wax level to go down and to go down before. So yeah, it seems like in early game it looked like a good kite, but unfortunately in the end game there are a few misplays that turned a tie game into a free K. So yeah, with that we're going to hop into commercial break, and we'll be back as BL1 ended in Jafet getting a free K, and we'll be back between Scouts versus Somnia. We'll see you in a bit. Guys, welcome back as the match between Somnia and Scouts continued on. Somnia over there caught a few... Somnia's Hunter over there had a bad early start, but then they caught a few critical misplays from Scout Survivor and managed to reverse it into a free K over here. And now the pressure will come from Scout's Hunter to do the same against Somnia's Survivors. Alright, so... Hold on a second. Okay then, so now let's start the band picks when you're ready. So yeah, like right now we can see that from this tournament, actually Somnia's Hunter had a pretty high statistic. Here's some useless statistics from this tournament that we actually did because like we have no life, is that we did a statistics on the number of average kills each team's Hunter get and each team's Survivor average escape. And Somnia's Hunter actually has the second highest record in the entire tournament with an average of 3.15 Ks per round, which means that they pretty much almost 4K every time, and that is pretty... You gotta admit, that's pretty scary.
That is indeed incredibly scary, but it is Japhet. He is an incredibly strong hunter.
Yep, he is. So yeah, now we'll have to see that if Somnia's survivors can get to do it now, because, and here's also some statistics is that hold on a second. So here's some statistics. It says Scouts also has the second highest. Scouts has the second highest record. Scout survivors is the second highest in terms of. It's the second highest in terms of survivor data though. So
I'm curious, what exactly is their average for survivor escapes?
Well, to be fair, it's only 1.50. But to be fair, because this is not official and more of like casual-ish tournaments. So in casual-ish tournaments, it's common in casual-ish tournaments that hunters perform far better because it's easy to get pro as a hunter, but it's hard to get pro as a survivor team as a whole. So with that, we have the first ban received, and Priestess is going to be the first ban, which is very interesting that they chose to not ban the Seer, and I do wonder what tricks do they have up their sleeve. And hold on, I know that the name is wrong. Give me a second as I'm going to change it. Yeah, Danny is somehow playing despite not being here. No, hold on, guys. For those of you who are screaming in the chat, yes, I'll be correcting that. Hold on a second.
Priestess ban first is quite interesting. It's either the hunter Scouts is planning to play is more scared of a priestess than a seer, or they're going to be playing a chip hit hunter or someone who is not afraid of seer at all.
Yeah, I actually feel like a chip hunter is actually possible, or it can be a Dream Witch because Dream Witch hates priestess. But I think no, it doesn't make sense because Dream Witch hates the seer even more.
Yeah.
Anyway, so 4 and Seer are the first two being picked over there. So we'll have to see what the next ban is. Okay, the Merc is the next one being banned, which, yeah, it's pretty standard that Merc gets banned next to remove a strong rescuer. And the third being chosen is the Enchantress from Somnia, because from what we can see in this tournament, Somnia likes to choose the Enchantress. Yep, and Psychologist is getting banned as next, but actually with the Psychologist ban,
it does look like it's gonna be someone who's gonna be a single hit hunter because chip hit hunters don't really ban Psychologists except for camp hunters, perhaps, like Bonbon.
To be fair, yeah, but Psychologist, yeah, I actually feel like Bonbon may be possible just because, yeah, actually now that you're talking about it, I do feel like Bonbon is possible. But while we're at it, Female Dancer is the last being chosen. That's an interesting choice. Female Dancer actually appearing in this tournament. I think I forgot if they appeared at all, but it is a pretty interesting choice from Somnia over here. Seems like they have some plans up their sleeves.
I feel like Demi is going to be the one playing barmaid. Not barmaid.
Barmaid.
Playing female today.
Yeah, and actually Hunter made their choice, and it's actually a very, very surprising choice. It's surprising because it's not seen in the meta nowadays, but I do remember that I think if it's Namashi, I think this choice makes sense. It's the Violinist. Violinist is an interesting choice because Violinist actually, if Violinist is very skilled and can hit with the strings all the time, then yes, the Violinist choice makes sense. But the real question is that can you be very accurate with your strings? Because Violinist got a nerf, so it'll be harder for him to aim with his strings, and also the debuff survivors get from the violinist strings aren't as severe as before, so the violinist will struggle to get hits nowadays.
Also, there is a seer in the lineup, so it is going to be a lot harder for him to down a survivor when the seer still has his owl. Unless they somehow get an early terror shock before the owl returns, but that is highly unlikely.
Yeah, not really. And what I'm interested in is the Somnia survivor has two harassers to harass, but to be fair, violinist is not that afraid of the harassers because violinist's strings in level 2 can swipe like half of the field. So I think the only question is that the violinist will have to chase someone down on barefoot, or how good can he use his strings to terrorize survivors? Like, it doesn't have to be good to hit every time, but it has to be good to like at least terrorize survivors.
It looks like he spawned near the graveyard gate and sweeping through middle.
Yeah, over here we can see that the enchantress spawned at the center, but already transitioned in advance, and so the violinist now is struggling to find, and it's going to find their first survivor, which is unfortunately a forward. And if the forward, I feel like the safest way for the forward is to use the football the moment the violinist throws a note out to not get hit. Because, this one actually worked. A pretty nice dodge over there from the forward, and actually this violinist has 12 and 6 though, and I just noticed.
Oh, oh no, the tram.
Tram! You have to watch out for the real hunter in this game, but hold on, that's a trick. Now that there's teleport, so that's why he can pressure the forward first, because he had teleport to swap targets, and now it's onto the seer. And it looks like it may get hit over here. So let's see. Oh, failed to dodge.
The seer failed to dodge the
and
note
didn't even use the owl. That was a very, very fast knockdown because the seer went down within 10 seconds after being teleported, and all of a sudden things are not looking good, as that almost invalidated the time kited from the forward.
Now the violinist is trying to use his notes to back survivors away from the ciphers. Running into a female dancer to try and pressure her, but forward might try to rescue if he strays too far.
Right now it seems like the survivors are not planning to rescue, which I am not certain if it's the best idea, because Seer still has an out and should be able to kite still, so yeah, like the survivor plan is so, and I'm not really sure if that's a good idea of to instantly sell, but we can see it. Oh, not sure what the four was trying to do over there.
I feel like he had to force stop his dash because of the tram getting in his way. Once again, the tram, best hunter.
Yeah, but now he is going to be in danger over here, and the seer.
Ooh.
Hold on. So yeah, the game is going to continue now, but with that early elimination and non-rescuing of the seer, now things are going to. Now everything depends on the next survivor being chased to not get down fast, to try and make up the time lost from the seer's early elimination.
At this rate, to at least set themselves back into a tie rhythm. Oh!
Oh, the string hits again. Yeah, things are not looking good for the survivors right now, but the only good news is that there are still lots of tide turners because they did not rescue the seer, as over here the 4 is going to try to make his way.
I was about to say that the next person getting chased has to kite for at least a few ciphers for it to back into a tie rhythm.
Yeah, and over here the 4th did not use up at football, so this also puts him in potential danger of getting hit by the string. So, oh! And failed to dodge again. This.
Oh! Failed to dodge the note and the sonata.
Yeah, notice how that he did not miss any strings in the entire game. Every single string hits.
Except for there was only one missed string.
Yeah, only
There.
apart from the first one, every string hit. So yeah. Oh, that's a miss. Oops. You have to watch out for the real hunter of this game.
That's the third time the tram has made things difficult for the hunter.
Oh, but he wants to heal the 4 out. But the 4 goes down once again, and now the female dancer's in danger. But let's see how can a female dancer kite. But not for long.
Looks like the box is going to be broken too, which leaves her with only one box. No.
Yeah, but right now I feel like the female dancer and enchantress would have to try and heal themselves up. Like they cannot exactly decode, or the hunter is going to teleport onto them.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to gather up to heal. Going to the second story, which is a smart idea, so it's harder to spot them.
Yeah,
when
well, the survivors will want to try and get a 1 escape, which will be pretty hard at this point. So yeah, it seems like they'll have to sell the 4 out, but it seems it'll also be pretty hard for them to get 1 escape because they still have two ciphers remaining at this point, so...
The only way for them to guarantee a solo escape is if they try to rush the ciphers while forward is still on chair. But no, they can't do that because teleport is up, and the only way to rush ciphers is if both of them decode together.
Yeah, at this point it's likely going to be a 4K game because everyone failed to kite against the violinist, so... hold on, let me try to turn off the disc. Yeah, so over here violinist is going to wander around trying to locate more survivors. Oh, let's see.
Now spotting the female dancer.
Oh, and another hit!
Once more!
This is like almost every note managed to hit. Like I mentioned before, this game, it has to depend on how good the strings are, but the thing is that almost every string managed to hit.
Now he spots where Enchantress is. I don't think it's a good idea to keep decoding when there's 2 ciphers remaining.
Well, to be fair, if they want to get 1 escape, they'll have to finish all ciphers no matter what, so... Yeah, to be fair, there's limited stuff they can really do, but if they want a 1 escape, they'll have to decode. They want to decode as much as possible to try and get all cipher. Oh, missed this one. But, no, got swiped. Actually, if they're smart or gambling, the Enchantress can go for a free stack layer and rush the cipher if the Enchantress wants to. But let's see. No. String.
Running into the string.
Yeah, and now the violinist knows it's dangerous because the last cipher, the cipher is almost complete, and he does not know what the cipher progress on the other side is. But that means that with the Enchantress elimination, now it's going to be a gamble to rush up through the dungeon. But the female dancer is in half health and 1 music box. She's just 1 music box, but it will be hard to utilize that box over here.
Though I feel like earlier there, Enchantress should have ran back into the hunter and used a long stun to transition away from the cipher. Female dancer can finish it.
Actually, now this is a pretty embarrassing state because neither side dared to loop around. But let's see, going but the female dancer can enter this. Wasn't looking carefully. Alright, so with that, so congratulations goes to Scouts for winning the first round. Even if Scout Survivor got free Kate, Hunter returned with a 4K. It's a 6-3 with Scouts winning. And honestly, I feel like it's just of the Violinist strings were pretty accurate and hitting almost every time. So almost everyone from the Survivor team got down pretty fast whenever being chased. So yeah, I feel like not enough kiting time is what led to this 4K over here.
I feel like they still could have secured, like I said, they could have still secured the solo escape if Enchantress just used the long stun to run away from the Cypher.
Well, yeah, the Enchantress should have ran. I think that was what the Enchantress was trying to do, but the Violinist backed away and used the strings to knock her down as well. But I feel like the Enchantress could have also used the free stack layer to force that Cypher open too, so...
She didn't have a fight stack though, so she could just allow another... If she didn't get hit by the note there, she could have just allowed another injure and then use the long stun, then pop the Cypher.
Exactly, so... Yeah, but with that was a pretty good performance from Scouts Hunter, so now Scouts is currently in the lead of 6-3 in the BO1, and let's see what happens in BO2, as I'm going to see you after the commercial break. See you in a bit. Hold on, Hey guys, we're back, and now we're going to be in BO2. BO1, Scouts managed to win BO1 in a score of 6-3. So now BO2 is in, as Somnia has chosen Moonlit, and Scouts chose for their Hunter to go first, probably for their Hunter to try and get some scores in front of Somnia Survivor, so that the Scout Survivor can have it more simple. So now let's see what's going to happen over here.
I did hear from a friend of mine that they're the Scouts Hunter.
Yeah.
As of now, Scouts Hunter had an A badge Mary.
Yeah, because this is Busse, this is not Nanashi, this is Busse. And Busse, from what we see from him so far, he played against AX last week, and he had a Dream Witch with 4K ArmadaX and also a Bloody Queen. So it's highly likely that Somnia would ban the Dream Witch. So yeah, so it's highly likely that they would ban the Dream Witch over here.
Dream Witch isn't that good in a big map like Moonlit, though.
Yeah, but to be fair, Dream Witch is actually viable in every single map. To be fair.
She is. She's not really a map-based hunter, but
Not at all. Not at all.
No.
She has the potential to be good at any map, because the thing though is that while big maps Dream Witch is harder to field control, on the same time it also means that it's hard to rescue, for survivors to rescue, as it's easy for Dream Witch to stuff rescues with 2 leeches.
Exactly. It's even possible for a Dream Witch to stuff a Merc rescue if she has a leech on a big map like Moonlit.
Well, stuff a Merc will be a bit hard though, but
honestly, it's from experience, it is possible if you threaten to hit them before they elbow pad, they will probably be unable to rescue if they do not time it correctly.
Yeah, but to be fair, a decent mercenary would not get hit while elbow padding, because that. But yeah, mercenary can tank free hit, so it's actually pretty hard to stuff a free hit mercenary as a Dream Witch though. So, but we're likely seeing that Dream Witch will be banned, because I feel like Somnia would want to get rid of the Dream Witch. So yeah, we're waiting on the bans right now. Oh, the Psychologist and Mercenary are the first 2 being chosen, and the Dream Witch is indeed banned. But I'm interested because I thought that they would choose the Forward over there, because I'm not surprised that the Dream Witch had got banned because of Dream Witch being hard and very strong in BO2-ish. But I'm more interested in them choosing the Merc and the Psychologist over the Forward. So it seems here that Somnia wants to play it more safe this time.
I mean, if they were going to pick Psychologist first, then they might have. For me, it doesn't personally make sense, because Psychologist is a Dream Witch counter, but they did ban Dream Witch. But to be fair, Psychologist is a strong survivor in general.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Being a hit without requiring any effort is just kind of scary.
Yep, exactly. So it seems over here that both Mercenary and Psychologist are solid. Are solid, I would say, is that they don't really like. Sorry guys, I made a mistake in the band pick screen. I'm gonna fix it real quick. So the thing is that the Psychologist is a solid character that doesn't make much is a solid character because she can tank an extra hit. Hold on a second, guys. I'm trying to fix the band pick screen. So yes, Seer and Priestess are the first to ban. Yes, Yes, guys, hold on. I'm trying to fix the screen right now. And Mercenary and... And the, Psychologists are the first two being chosen. Yes, guys, I apologize as I'm trying to do behind the scenes work here at Lamar. So what do you think? But do you think a Bloody Queen can play against a Psychologist? Alright then. Acrobat is the next survivor being banned. So Acrobat actually has potential in this map, especially in the first stop and the last stop where he can just jump across the opposite side. Okay, so the Magician, Lena, you there?
Hello. Yes, my Discord kind of crashed just a second ago, so I got on my phone instead. So if my mic is different, please do not mind.
No,
that
it sounds
so
fine
much.
to me. It sounds fine to me. Yeah, Magician is chosen. So the current team comp the audience knows is the Magician, Psychologist, and the Mercenary.
It looks like they're trying to counter a single hit hunter because single hit hunters hate psychologists, merc, and magicians. Also, perhaps geisha.
Yeah, I think that's what, because Dory is, from what we know, is that they have a Bloody Queen, and also research knows that they also had a geisha. So I think that is what they're trying to aim for. And actually, look at this. The fourth survivor is a cowboy. And we have actually seen a lot from Mix Cowboy. I know that Mix will be the one playing this cowboy. And we actually seen a lot from him because he actually pulled off a few intense rescues and stuff like that. So, but we can see that like just now you mentioned that they wanted to counter single hit hunters of this team comp, and I think that makes sense. But that also, but Bosé surprised or Dory surprised everyone by choosing the sculpture over here.
While it isn't an exactly perfect counter comp for Sculptor, it still is a pretty strong comp.
Yeah.
Because Magician, it's way harder to aim your statues at him when he is in decoy form.
Mm-hmm.
And Psychologist can just take 2 extra chip hits or a singular extra basic hit.
Yeah, actually, I'll say that this sculpture is easier it's easier against this, like, it's easier than using a single hunter against this team, but still not exactly the best, because anyone over here has the potential to kite the Galatea hard. Maybe I say maybe that the cowboy is the easiest target in the entire team. So what does the spawn at the 2 stories? So normally gonna go to the bridge, and it seems like over here the Magician is gonna get found first. So let's see what happened with this Magician, but spotted the cowboy. Maybe the cowboy's the real target.
Oh, the cowboy was seen for a second there, but now they're trying to chase Magician.
Yeah, Magician, but the Magician is actually kiting in a pretty open area which allows her to be vulnerable. So force a decoy up, but the Magician still ran in a pretty bad area over there. The Magician did not use the decoy to enter a good kiting spot, so now the Magician's first hit was pretty fast. And even got smacked towards
I believe the Magician chose not to go towards the better kiting route to avoid getting hit there, because you saw the Sculptor trying to predict the Magician's kiting route. Whoa, that was a nice statue from the hunter.
And at this point, it looks like it's going to be basement now. And actually, this was a pretty fast hit because the Magician going down before blink time. So at this point, I'm not sure if the survivors would want to rescue or maybe just sell. And I actually feel like selling may be a better option.
It looks like they're selling because they can't afford to give her full presents.
Yeah.
At this rate.
Yeah, I agree. Just selling may be a better option. So, and the good news is that by selling out the Galatea has blink, meaning the Galatea will have to waste time trying to find the next target. So later when the magician is about to die, the cowboy will have to like separate some distance ahead. Galatea will see if it can locate who is taking tinnitus, but that's a pretty good spot the cowboy is hiding at, and the Galatea doesn't know where the cowboy is.
Also, because even if she checks up there, it will kind of hinder her searching. Because she has to go up and down.
Yeah, so I think it's smart over here.
Perhaps
hold on.
Now?
Oh!
Oh!
This time managed to find it out.
I feel like the hunter could have used the blink and gotten the terror shock right there.
Well, to be fair, blink doesn't necessarily blink you up. It's a high chance of messing that one up as the cowboy flips over. And let's see, can I statue over here? Oh, that's a pretty good mind game from the cowboy buying some time. Actually, now, what happens in the next game is dependent on how long can this cowboy last. But the cowboy only took one hit so far. But hold on. Oh, never mind.
No.
Lasso?
But he still took a hit, and Blink is still up, and he dies to a singular statue, so... Oh.
Yep. Oh,
More issues?
Seems like there's some issues over here. Hold on. Yeah, but looking at this game so far, I think it's all dependent on how long can the cowboy last. Because the thing though is that I think it's all dependent on how long can this cowboy last. If the cowboy can last long, then this gives the survivor more cutting room. Because now they still have 1.5 ciphers remaining, but the cowboy over here cannot die in the basement. You have to remember, the basement is right over there. The cowboy cannot afford to die in the basement.
And he's going to die near the basement too.
Yeah, but I don't think the hunter... Oh, yeah, the hunter's still going to cheer the basement. So, yeah, that's one thing. The survivors kept dying in the basement, but the good news is that Mercenary is already there prepared to rescue. So this basement rescue should be able to be pulled off without the hassle. But yeah, coming near to the basement is a very dangerous and a very bad move from the survivors, as the Mercenary is going to sneak down over here, trying to not give a dropping attack. Uh-oh, we're getting hit over here. Actually, this may be a stuffed rescue over here.
No, he got it just barely in time.
Yep, barely pulled off that rescue, which is a good news. And now the Mercenary will have to block for the cowboy, and the cowboy will have to try and transition far. They cannot have a double down over here, because if it's a double down, it's nearly game over. But... Oh, missed the last one.
Oh. Now it's gonna be a double down, and because Merc died so near to Cowboy, and he died in the open.
Yeah,
Both of them died in the open.
I think the thing though is that the Mercenary and the Cowboy could have chosen to split up over there, but actually or the Mercenary could have tried to block that exit over there.
I don't know if a singular person is enough to block that exit though, is it?
Maybe not entirely, but definitely enough to delay time. As right now the cowboy is going to be eliminated over here, so... Yeah, this looks like it's going to be another 4K in game right now. Alright, so, yeah, over here, let's see. Going to look at the ciphers, but One more thing though is that the ciphers is actually all at the the last 3 ciphers are. I noticed the last 3 ciphers are all at the other end of the river, so this makes the decoding progress even harder for the survivors over here. And the mercenary will have to watch out to not bring the hunter close to where the last cipher is. Yeah, but the mercenary.
You said not to. Oh.
Yeah, but the mercenary brought
into the
cipher. That's the one mistake that you cannot make at this point, because now the hunter can just easily switch targets onto the psychologist now.
She's also going to go down super quickly. Oh, missed hit?
I'm not sure what was that for, but now I can teleport back to the mercenary who is decoding over there, or he can just attempt to down the mercenary through statues over there. The mercenary have no more elbow pads. So probably one more group of statues and the merc. Yep, the merc got chipped over there, so...
Now both of them are going to be going down, and this is going to be a 4K.
Yeah, I say that the first down was way too fast because it was under 60 seconds. And then afterwards, it was just one misplay after another, including when the cowboy died at the dungeon. Like, I feel like the survivor could have aimed for a tie, but the cowboy also died at the basement, which is one of the worst places to die at. And also, it was just a domino effect, one after another at that point. And I feel like the mercenary could have blocked for the cowboy over there for a bit, but yeah, it was just one misplay after another at that point.
Now, psychologist is still on chair and mercenary just got back up, so do you think it's possible for a mercenary to just try to kite out psychologist's chair time?
But the basement is at the other end of the map, so
and
I don't think it is.
he's going to go down to...
Yep, so
I don't think the mercenary was looking behind him at that moment.
So with that, congratulations goes to Scouts for getting another 4K, and this means that right now all Scout Survivor has to do is to get a 1 escape, and then they're going to defeat Somnia and advance to the finals. But we can actually see the pressure given from the survivors, from the hunter, pretty good. Like, the statues were accurate, and the first down was pretty fast over there, and also I just feel like the survivor made a few communication errors, but mostly it was from the first down, and it was a domino effect after as they made a few decisional errors.
With it being a 4K now, though, the pressure is back on Japhet to get probably another 4K.
Yes, they cannot get a free
proceed
K.
To...
If it's not a 4K, they'll be out immediately. Yeah, so things are not looking good right now for Somnia. So the pressure is now on Somnia's hunter. So yep, guys, we're gonna go into commercial break, but that was a pretty good performance from the Galatea on that early game pressure. So yeah, anyways, guys, we are going to hop into commercial break, and we'll be back after the break. Alright guys, welcome back to the match that is ongoing between Somnia and Scouts. So Scouts has won BO1, and in BO2 Somnia managed to get a 4K, meaning the pressure is now all on Somnia's Hunter to get a 4K. If Somnia's Hunter does not get a 4K, they will lose and be eliminated from this tournament. So it's either a 4K or nothing for Jafet over here. So we'll have to see what does Jafet plan to do. Oh, alright, yeah, sorry Lena, I forgot to invite you, hold on. Alright then, with that being said, let's go into the band pick screens over here. Alright, yeah, we're waiting for the bands. And over here, if Jafet wants a 4K, I think, he banned the Seer and the Ford first, which I think is a pretty reasonable move, or a reasonable move, because to remove the two of the meta characters, and yeah, he needs a 4K, so he'll have to play as aggressive as possible. He cannot afford to play it safe. He has to be aggressive and get a 4K.
He might wanna, if he is given the chance to, Breaking Wheel would be the best option in this case.
Yeah, but here's the thing
not.
though, is that I don't think Scouts would let him play Breaking Wheel. I think Scouts would ban the Breaking Wheel and let him play the Wax Artist. Oh, but this is an interesting choice. They chose a patient and the little girl.
Oh.
That's
the patient?
No, a patient pick from Scouts and a patient and a little girl pick from Scouts, and that's a very interesting choice. I'm not really sure what are they planning to do, but
this rate, the Scouts team doesn't need too much stability. Probably a tie team comp would be just fine.
Yeah, so I guess they're aiming for a tie, but I thought they would pick the Mercenary just because the Merc can ensure a rescue would not fail.
To be fair, they're probably gonna want a Cypherish to not give him any chances to down survivors.
Yeah, but
quickly.
To be fair, they did indeed ban the Wax Artist, but yeah, they banned the Wax Artist, not the Break. So it means that they are going to announce their decision to go head on against Jafet's Breaking Wheel, and that's an interesting thing because actually Scouts has history with Jafet's Breaking Wheel. Back in Manor Regulars Chapter 1, Somnia also faced off against Jafet's Breaking Wheel in Moonlit, and back then they got a free escape. So we'll have to see what will happen this time. If I'm interested, will the same repeat, or can Jafet prove himself this time? Anyway, so let's see. So Seer and 4 are banned, and I wonder if Jafet will ban the Mercenary just because the Mercenary can tank an extra hit. And Breaking Wheel doesn't necessarily need to ban the Priestess. Oh, but never mind. The Acrobat is still going to get banned from Jafet, I guess, because the Patient and Acrobat are two strong characters with high potential. So I guess Jafet does not want them to kite for long.
He can't exactly allow them to kite for long, otherwise he will likely lose unless the second kite goes wrong.
Oh, but look over here. Over here, they have their own ideas, because over here they picked they picked the Cowboy this time. So over here, the Scouts is also revealing that they also have a Cowboy, but it's highly likely that they'll be playing against a breaking wheel. So I'll have to see that how exactly do they plan to kite to get a 4K, because we know how much of a terror Japhet is, and Japhet banned the Perfumer, which also makes sense because Perfumer is a pretty good, because Perfumer actually counters the breaking wheel because her perfumes can force the breaking wheel to wait for a few seconds before spiking. Alright, we're like waiting for the very last pick ongoing from the hunter, and we'll have to see what is this very last pick going to be. But I feel like they have to go for like a more solid rescuer, because so far this team actually doesn't have a rescuer. Like the patient is the closest thing to a rescuer, but I don't think that they would allow they will only have such a weak comp. But never mind, they chose a priestess. So the team comp is a very fragile team comp with a priestess, little girl, patient, and cowboy. And it looks like they want to use the cowboy as a form of. They want to use the cowboy as a form of a rescuer instead.
Quite interested to see how this ends, because it's either going to go super well for them or super horribly with such a fragile team comp like this.
Yeah, because in the game that Scout Survivor only needed a 1 escape, I thought they would play more conservatively or play it more safe, but this looks a pretty risky team comp if you ask me. So Breaking Wheel over here can chase the priestess first, and also maybe the little girl. The patient has the potential to kite the breaking wheel though. But I really just think that Moonlight River Park is also a good map for the breaking wheel. So really it all depends on how does these survivors kite, because this is a fragile team comp and everyone here is not that good of a kiter against the breaking wheel apart from maybe the patient. So we'll have to see over here how can the survivors utilize their items over here, because the little girl, yeah, actually everyone here may get spiked pretty fast. So yeah, this is a risky team comp, but we'll have to see if it's going to work, because in the game they only needed a 1 escape. But I do think they wanted the priestess and little girl combo to like teleport around the map maybe. I think maybe that's their plan.
Perhaps, like, because Breaking Wheel does change targets a lot, so changing targets as a Breaking Wheels means making survivors lose their heartbeat, which will allow her to teleport all over the place.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, hold on a second. So now we're entering the game now, so yeah, one thing Breaking Wheel, to be fair, Breaking Wheel are mostly afraid of harassers, so I'm actually pretty surprised that they didn't really choose a harasser. Like I know they had the cowboy, but they only had cowboys as sole harasser and sole rescue, which is surprising. I guess they just wanted Cypher Rush, because Cypher Rush and make sure the killing speed won't be too slow. As over here, Japhet's going to go to the bridge, Cypher Bridge over there, but no one is going to be there waiting, as over there the priestess is already hiding in advance, but Japhet's going to spot him anyway. Got 1 spike, that's a pretty fast spike. Alright, accelerate and got the 2nd spike. That's looking to be early down, but priestess still has 1 more portal in her hand, so the priestess over here is going to increase the distance between her and the breaking wheel. Oh, 2 portals in a row. So yep, going to kite around over here, and over here, so still in a loop, but we'll have to see can Japhet get a trap, and oh, got the trap, and the breaking wheel actually has 12, so this is actually also pretty early down, as the down happened before Blink was even ready, and this is not a good start for the survivors, because if we look over here, the patient seemed to only have touched the cipher. All right,
the fact
then.
that Priestess
Okay.
also died right next to a cipher that was being decoded is going to end really badly for them right now.
Yeah, Javel over here wants to go outside to locate Survivor. Managed to locate where the cowboy is, and actually this is a potentially dangerous now because there is a potential that the cowboy cannot pull the rescue because got a second spike already. So now it only depends on if the cowboy can lasso because the cowboy wait a second, but the cowboy managed to pull off that rescue. That was a pretty intense move though, but even pull off the rescue, the priestess cannot get away from Lon, and this is even a failed portal, so now this is actually a double down, which is very bad for the survivors. Alright, so over here now there's a double down, things are not looking good because only one cipher has been one whole cipher has been completed because over there the cowboy being stuffed. Like I felt like the little girl should not have teleported away, as the little girl should have been the one to rescue because with the cowboy being rescued despite being that hard away, there's a risk from that move. And the risk is it's very easy to stuff rescues by getting 2 spikes.
And this is also going to be Priestess's last chair, which means that's 1 tide wasted.
Yeah, but
and
over here
that would leave no more time.
Yeah, hold on, but the priestess died at the corner because their plan is for the cowboy to come harass. Because the cowboy's already on standby. And it's impossible to hit cowboy in this area, but Breaking was just blink, so maybe Breaking was planning to use blink to down the cowboy over here. And oh! Cowboy's there to rescue, so now this looks like that. This is highly likely going to be a 4K game right now.
Also, my game just crashed, so any commentation I make might be a little delayed, unfortunately.
Oh wait, you're not in the game right now?
Nope, my phone just crashed.
Oh, then fine, I'll just do it on my own. So now over here, I actually feel like the cowboy using that lasso over there is not that good of an idea because the cowboy actually could have waited for the moment Breaking Wheel swaps back to human form and use the lasso to fly over the Breaking Wheel because the Breaking Wheel the cowboy is counted as invincible while in the air, so the cowboy would not have any spikes on him in the air. So over here, Breaking Wheel seems to be able to locate where the survivors are healing on the 2nd floor over there. Or does he know? Oh, Breaking Wheel does not know, but got lost up there. So, well, let's see. Going to down the patient, but actually there's an over half rescue though. So actually it's Breaking Wheel's game to lose at this point because the Breaking Wheel only has the tunnel on this cowboy over here, and the cowboy actually can wait till when the Breaking Wheel switches back to human form to lasso, as I mentioned over here. And alright then. I actually think the cowboy actually could have waited for one more rather the Breaking Wheel could have waited for a few more seconds to spike the cowboy once, but now this is cowboy's last chair. So can the cowboy dodge this? Oh, that was a pretty good use of a flywheel effect. That flywheel effect nullified that, and it's going to allow the cowboy to live another day because over here there's no more. Gonna live for another day if there's no more blink over there. So let's see. And one cipher has been completed.
My game is back.
Alright,
he also has no more snap right now, so he
has to wait for a few
so
more
much
seconds.
time
But
for the survivors.
you have to wait for a few more seconds. Oh, finally got it down, but that using the flywheel effect to dodge, using the flywheel effect to dodge it was good. But wait, over here, the Breaking Wheel is actually going to go back to the cipher. He must have thought it was prime or something, but that's the cowboy's last chair. So I feel like, hold on, seems like some issues. Yeah, they stated to continue now, so...
The suspense for the...
Yeah, but actually I feel like... Wait, but the breaking wheel over here is going to down the little girl instead of the cowboy, but that's actually a risky move because that's what the cowboy's last chair.
Their paws. Oh no.
Okay. Let's hold on that, guys, while we see what's the issue over there. Alright then. Yeah, it seems like this is some issue time because almost every game someone paused. So now I'm gonna go after this patient. And actually, the cowboy used up his selfie over there, but now this gives a chance for the cowboy to go and heal up the little girl.
Japhet needs to go back and make sure little girl doesn't get picked up again, because from the looks of things, he's having an incredibly hard time spiking down. Oh.
Yeah, patient actually had...
Pocket
Whoa!
watch.
Patient had a pocket watch, but unfortunately that's not good. But now that Japhet over there saw where the other two survivors are healing, he has to go back to stop them. And actually, he can just tunnel the cow and eliminate him because that is the cowboy's last chair over there.
But he's deciding to go after little girl instead, which doesn't make too much sense. He needs to kill the cowboy now.
Yeah, I do think he has to get a cowboy down faster. Oh, actually that blink was very smart. That blink over there, blinking to ensure that he will not get pushed back. But over here, it seems like Japhet's going for it's going to look and wander around and to all field control. But would this backfire on him? Only time can tell.
I feel like the cowboy should have stayed above, near the on the slides.
I think they got nervous for a bit because there are two survivors. There are both him and the patient.
The patient should have gone down first then, because even if patient gets down, he still has self-heal.
He's still not going... I think at this point makes sense because cowboy has no more self-heal. So actually this time makes sense. Cowboy had no self-heal. So now he can wait for around 2 more seconds and switch into wheel form, or human form rather, and snap. And then instantly... Yeah, but the survivor is just healing back and forth, so I actually feel like he really needs to chair someone at this point to just give the survivors constant pressure. Oh, that was a pretty good try over there. And oh, look at this! The cowboy!
The roller coaster!
The cowboy arrived with the roller coaster the moment the patient got down. Like, what am I even seeing? Oh, that was close. The cowboy arriving is sort of like the cowboy saying that, hello, I'm here to die.
The mist trap, might.
Yeah, over here though, the cowboy and the little girl both doesn't have the self-heal. Only the patient is the only one with the only person left remaining with the self-heal, so...
You should probably go back and but it's too late. The patient has already picked himself back up, and he's going to go back to pick up little girl.
Yep. With that, congratulations to Japhet for getting a 4K, meaning that Somnia has tied up the second round, and now it's a 5-5, and we are going to enter the last round with with Scouts still having the lead. Honestly though, I feel like Scouts had some decision errors from their part because they chose a very fragile team. They chose a very, very fragile team of this, and they also then made some errors in the game, which involved little girl teleporting away and getting stuffed rescues, and it was just over at that point.
It's such a fragile team comp. I feel like they should have made little girl carry tide turner, because if she teleports to the rescuer, binds to them, it makes it almost impossible to stuff the rescue.
Or maybe that they should have just gone with a more like solid approach like mercenary rather than a cowboy, because they did not. Mercenary did not. Hold on, let me check. Did the mercenary? I don't think the mercenary even got banned. No, the merc did not get banned, but they did not choose it for some reason. And even enchanters may have been better because they had no harassers and stuff. So this team comp is actually too fragile. And yeah, I feel like some misplays, but I do feel like Scout's biggest misplay is a pretty questionable team comp, I'll say.
They choosing Cowboy as the harasser instead of an actual stunner is also a very bad choice.
Yeah.
Cowboy cannot cancel the full presence ability at all.
Yeah.
Unless it's a pallet stun.
Alright then, we're going to be back, and we're gonna hop into a commercial break. We'll see in a bit. guys, we're back, and currently, Somnia, we're at BO3 between Somnia and Scouts, and currently Scouts is in the lead of a 6-3, and the last round ended a tie after Somnia managed to Hunter managed to save them from elimination by getting a 4K. So now the question is that can Somnia utilize this opportunity to make a turnaround, or would they Scouts would keep on holding up strong? And hold on, guys, I'm going to switch to the intense music over here, so give me a second. There we go, intense music is up, and now Artifact is chosen in Jafet, and Somnia chose their Hunter to go first, as we are going to hop into the ban pick, and we can see that Mr. Bomb has been swapped out due to the internet issues, so now we're looking for the Hunter to ban 3 survivors.
Invite me in.
Oh, sure. Actually, the thing is that normally Breaking Wheel is soft banned in Arms Factory, but we have seen that Jafet used Breaking Wheel in a game that they must 4K before, so Breaking Wheel is not necessarily soft banned for Jafet, because Jafet dares to use Breaking Wheel in Arms Factory. Okay, the first 3 bans have been received, and it's going to be the Seer, Ford, and Acrobat. So yeah, some pretty standard moves. So the survivors can choose the first 2. I feel like the survivors this time will have to choose the Mercenary, like a more solid approach, because having no merc, like no solid rescue, just not backfire, it allowed them to get stuck. So I feel like Scouts learn from it, picking a fragile team last time. But I do feel like that Wax Artist will be banned at all. Sculpture has been banned, so it seems over here that Scouts over here is still not going to. Scouts over there is still not going to ban the Breaking Wheel. But as we've seen before, Jafet actually does play the Breaking Wheel in Arms Factory as well. So either they did not know that, or they are confident that they can face off against Jafet's Breaking Wheel in this match. Oh, you in me now?
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, so we're waiting for the first 2 survivors, but I do feel like, guys, maybe you'll have to choose a more solid team comp this time.
they definitely do have to choose a solid team comp, otherwise they'll face the same defeat they did previous round, most likely.
Because in the previous round being too, like, their team comp was too fragile, and that came to haunt them. So maybe this time they will have to play more safe and play more solid.
Oh, by the way, I'm hearing that I think can the viewers hear you? I don't.
Huh? Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
Apparently, is really loud.
Sorry?
Apparently, the music is really loud.
The intense music is too loud. I need to tune it down. Yeah, hold on, guys. Let me check. I feel like, all right. For those of you in the audience, can you tell me? Can you hear me right now? Let me know if. Alright, so the Merc and the Batter are the first two. Oh my. The Merc and the Batter are the first two being picked over here, so yeah, it seems over there that this time they have a different approach. They want to be more solid rather than last round where they chose a too fragile team that backfired on them. Alright, first two bans are served. Mercenary Batter and Batter actually can counter the breaking with a fake right, so yep, and Perfumer is that banned next, so Japhet doesn't like the Perfumer.
To be fair, Perfumer is pretty hard to kill if they don't fail their first perfume.
Yeah, but Perfumer is bad against Chip Hunters, but Japhet also has Chip Hunters because we also saw Japhet playing hunters such as the Bonbon. Like we also saw Japhet play Bonbon in this tournament too. So that's. But I don't think a Bonbon will be seeing he banned the Perfumer. I feel like he's still going for a breaking wheel because Japhet showed us before that he's willing to play. He's bold enough to play Breaking Wheel in Arms Factory. Because, like, I communicated with him before and he told me that he knows that people would choose Arms Factory to screw with his Breaking Wheel. So he trained himself that he had also played Breaking Wheel in Arms Factory. So hold on guys, I'm trying to update the final ban pick. Hold on. Yep, so we have the final team comp now, and it's going to be Mercenary, Batter, Prisoners, Prospector versus Breaking Wheel. So this is actually a more stunner approach. They have a different approach, and the Prisoner is there to ensure the rescue. So this is actually a tougher lineup for the Breaking Wheel, because Breaking Wheel hates harassers, and there are two of them here. And also the other thing is that this is Arms Factory. There's always the disadvantage of Breaking Wheel crashing around in this map, so there's always a disadvantage here. The disadvantage here. Alright, so what go ahead.
Sounds like your mic echoed for just a millisecond there.
Oh yeah, I know why. Alright then, so we're going to hop into the game now, and oops, I almost forgot to show you guys the screen. Alright, you wanna start?
Japhet's full. Okay, and now heading towards 3 ballot.
Yeah, over here, you're going to go to the factory and going to catch 2 survivors over here, and seems like over here his target is a Batter first, but oh, alright, I see. Gonna get the first spike off real quick in the open area.
That's his second spike, which is rather quick.
Yeah, actually. And oh, he got spiked once again, and with the fast pallet, this is looking to be another fast down, but oh, used the flywheel effect, but not going to enter the pallet. Now this will be a very fast down once again. So over here now, gonna chair, but this is not looking good over here. Here, Prisoner Prisoner came here to stun, did not work, so yeah, things are not looking good for the survivors because you cannot afford to go down fast in front of a breaking wheel.
The fact he also died near the prisoner is going to be really difficult for them.
Yeah, because now the prisoner's cipher will be harassed over here. We can see the mercenary already snuck into rescue. Snuck into rescue over here, so... Yeah, but once Breaking will have the present, it'll be pretty hard to kite. Even the batter having 3 balls will not help that much. Okay, but the batter actually... Here is not enough for pessimistic just yet, and managed to knock down the prisoner. Wanted the body block, did not work, so... It seems over here that... Oh, the electro stun worked this time! And managed to get body block. So yeah, that was a pretty good stun over there. So this will give them some breathing room. But yeah, now Jafet is going to struggle over here. But to be fair, one flying spike and the batter should be out with one pessimistic over here because the batter already used up his flywheel effect. Oh, but Prospector is here to stun. Everyone is here to assist the batter over there. Alright, over here, going to enter the free pallet area, which is going to be pretty hard. And the batter's gonna hide over there. And Jafet seems to have lost where the batter was. That's a pretty good duck from the batter. And now the Jafet's forced to chase after the mercenary.
The mercenary is also doing a really good job of leading Jafet away from the ciphers, but he realized this and is now going back to the cipher inside of Water Tank, finding the Prospector instead.
Yeah, and the Prospector actually also used the flywheel effect to avoid the flying spikes. And actually now that I realize it, Jafet not using excitement. Jafet not using excitement over there, or reacts a bit too slow is going to hurt badly because now he completely lost track of the batter, and now it's almost back to square one for him. And now it comes to the disadvantage of Breaking Wheel in ruin areas, because he just cannot turn it correctly.
The fact that this area also has 2 windows that are easily accessible is going to be really difficult for him. Changing targets to try and pressure ciphers once again, but it looks like he is going through the wrong area.
Yeah, over here. Oh, he passed by the batter just there, but it seems like he did not notice the batter had just passed by. So now he'll be forced to go after the mercenary once again. But the mercenary, one thing is the mercenary has no more elbow pants, so the mercenary may get hit over here to go down in 30 seconds. But 30 seconds is enough time as the ciphers are popping here and there. So it seems like Jafet wants to go for a all-field control type right now.
Ignoring the prisoner, and managing to spot the batter was also pretty good. Now it means he can chase his original target once again and eliminate him from the game.
Yeah, but batter only had been chaired once. Batter only been chaired once so far, so I feel like the batter can actually try and knock. Oh! Or use the flywheel effect is also good. So use the flywheel effect to cancel the flying spikes. And that's why Breaking Wheel is hard to play in the flywheel meta, because flywheel counters a lot of Breaking Wheel because lots of flying spikes and tactics will be removed. And oh, it seems over here the prisoner wants to rush this cipher open. Oh, the survivors are actually going to pop that cipher over there because both ciphers have been primed, so they're trying to rush it because they must have known that Jafet does not have detention over here. So this is not looking good for Jafet over here. And the flywheel effect is going to cancel once again. Oh no, but over there, the magnet cancelled the attack recovery. Like, that's a pretty smart use from Jafet.
It did manage to stun. I don't get why he didn't use excitement after he got the stun.
Yeah, I think that Jafet did not use. Oh, it missed the stun. This is not. Oh, well.
Jafet is completely forgetting he has excitement right now, which has changed.
Yeah, that one time where he did not react fast enough to the prisoner's stun completely changed it because it was early down, but one misplay and everyone came to the batter's assist, and the batter hiding caused caused Jafet to lose where the battery is. So now this is going to be a free escape. So things are not looking good, because with a free escape, this means that Somnia Survivor must force escape to bring this to additional time. And honestly, the game, that was a very fast down, but the game defining move was the prisoner came to stun everyone, came to and slam the pallet, and then the mercenary came to help like harass. No, prospector came to harass, and then the battery just hiding.
Overall, that was really good coordination on the...
But I feel like I do feel a bit shame of Jafet because he forgot he had excitement.
If he realized he had excitement right there on the first time Prospector came to harass, the game could have went so differently.
None of the other stuff would have happened. Yep.
If the tree happened, Badger would.
I actually feel a bit of shame because he had excitement, but he did not use it. So right now the pressure's on Somnia Survivor as they must get a 4 escape. It's a 4 escape, or else they will to pay BO4, or else they'll lose. So, anyways, guys, we're gonna hop into commercial break, and we'll be back after the break.
No flowers last forever. I take pleasure in watching them wither. Calamus, turning hope to despair. Datura, severing love with grasping snare. Rosemary, indulging in past memories. Tuberose, falling off the edge of jeopardy. All of them are now withered. And more gorgeous than ever. No flowers last forever. I take pleasure in watching them wither. Calamus, turning hope to despair. Datura, severing love with grasping snare. Rosemary, indulging in past memories. Tuberose, falling off the edge of jeopardy. All of them are now withered. And more gorgeous than ever. No flowers last forever. I take pleasure in watching them wither. Calamus, turning hope to despair. Datura, severing love with grasping snare. Rosemary, indulging in past memories. Tuberose, falling off the edge of jeopardy. All of them are now withered. And more gorgeous than ever. No flowers last forever. I take pleasure in watching them wither. Calamus, turning hope to despair. Datura, severing love with grasping snare. Rosemary, indulging in past memories. Tuberose, falling off the edge of jeopardy. All of them are now withered. And more gorgeous than ever.
Alright guys, we're back in the very final match between, or potentially the final match between Somnia and Scouts. And over here, Somnia survivor must achieve a 4 escape. If it's a 4 escape, if they cannot get anything apart from 4 escape, they'll be eliminated for good. So they must get a 4 escape in order to bring this game to BO4. So let's see what's going to happen over here. But to be fair, it's very hard to get 4 escape because there are just so many ways to keep one survivor. On the meantime, for Scouts, is that there's just so many ways, and Somnia will have to plan to like to go like all harassing, because if you want a 4 escape, then you need a harassing team comp just to make it hard for this hunter to eliminate one survivor. Because if there's no harassers, then you're relying on pure kite alone to escape, and it'll be pretty hard.
But if it's a full harasser team comp, the hunter can simply just bring excitement to counter that.
Or maybe Soul Weaver.
But we do know that Demi has a female dancer, so perhaps they could just go female dancer, put slow boxes all over the chairs so they can't get to the chair.
Yeah, actually Soul Weaver, yes, actually female dancer is also like can be considered in a match where they have to like get a 4 escape. I think female dancer can be considered, to be fair. So the first 3 bans that we received is Seer, Mercenary, and the Psychologist. And honestly, the Merc and the Psychologist in parts... Alright, hold on. Seer, Mercenary, and Psychologist.
Do you think it might be a Dream Witch? Considering the Psychologist ban?
Yeah, actually, I feel like this is a ban leaning to Dream Witch, but there's just no way it will not be banned, because over here we received the first 2 bans, and the first 2 bans are the Bloody Queen and the Dream Witch, because Dream Witch is good for keeping one, and Bloody Queen is also good for keeping one, because Bloody Queen can actually just rely in detention, just rely on one mirror, and then just rely on one mirror, and then like to knock one down. And it's also near impossible to force escape in front of a Dream Witch for similar reasons. So actually, because Sculptor can be released in this map, because Sculptor, there is a risk of force escape in the Sculptor. Like, it's often that Sculptor is ignored in games like this because Sculptor has a risk behind it of missing statues.
I see, my prediction was right. Demi is most likely going to be playing female dancer once again. Because
Female dancer. Go ahead. Hold on a second. So the first two survivors being picked are the Four and the Enchantress. So, yep, as I mentioned in the start, all harassing-ish, because that's what you have to. You have to be more aggressive in games where you must get a force escape. So for Enchantress, the Acrobat is being banned, so removing a strong character. To be fair, I feel like banning the Psychologist was a surprising move in a game that you only need a 1 now, because Psychologist is very weak in Gate War, and Hunter can just literally target the Psychologist for the Gate War. So, but actually, I don't think banning the Psychologist in a game that you only need a 1 elimination is surprising.
The next ban is going to be a mechanic and the survivor.
To be fair, sorry, go ahead, yeah.
The fourth?
Fourth.
The last survivor ban
It's a mechanic, yeah.
Which also doesn't make much sense because you can just it's pretty easy to kill mechanic late game.
Mm-hmm.
Because of her vaulting debuff and basically having no items if she's not given the chance to open a chest.
Yeah, actually banning the Psychologist and the mechanic are pretty surprising. And I'll say crud, I just realized that crud, guys, I just realized that the ban pick screen is wrong. Sorry guys, I'm gonna change it real quick. But I feel like the thing is that mechanic and Psychologist being banned are surprising in games that you only need to kill one. So I don't know, because like this team is actually all harassing or supportish. Female dancer, novelist, for Enchantress. So what will the Hunter's choice be? Oh, and over here we received and over here we have received the Hunter's choice. And I'm not surprised at this choice, because this Hunter is the queen of eliminating one. And it's going to be the drumrolls, Disciple. Disciple is very easy to keep one because her cat is 10 seconds one, and if she misses a cat, she can instantly like force the cat in cooldown. So I actually think that this is a very good choice in a game that only needs 1 out. So the survivors, in order to force escape, they'll have to keep on harassing and support each other and body block each other at whenever needed.
But the thing is, they can't harass too much in the beginning because ciphers are also going to be a problem for them.
Yeah, and here's another thing. As a Disciple is not afraid of chasing most of the survivors in the team over here. Disciple's not afraid of chasing Enchantress first or the female or the novelist, but maybe afraid of the female dancer a bit. But Disciple's also not afraid of the Fort. Disciple is not afraid of the Fort, so as I said, if it's a free escapish, it's understandable, but it is a 4 escapish game, and guys, yeah, I know that the win and loss will be wrong. sorry. Okay, I'm back. So over here, Disciple spawn and going to go into the shack, and over here, the shack is going to be the Enchantress. Seems to be the first kite, and Disciple chasing Enchantress has the potential of downing her fast.
If my vision isn't wrong, I believe the basement is also here.
Yeah,
so
the basement is there, so Disciple have to get out of the area. Oh, yeah. The first jump seems to have missed for a bit. So going to explode the cats to making sure the Enchanter cannot farm her stuns, but the Enchanter is also doing well looping around so far and got the first hit over there. But to be fair, one more cat and Disciple will be out, so that the Enchantress can consider to save her stuns for the second kite if needed, because she got catted once again and got stunned and down. So now I think it really depends on the rescue, because it's tough to rescue in front of a Disciple, and going to chair close to the female dancer over here. And our female dancer is going to do a slow stun box to mess with the hunter, but this is very slow. Yeah, female dancer gonna slide in a no damage rescue, but exploded castle. Actually, this opens the door for a rescue over here. And Enchantress can use her free stat later, but the Enchantress kiting route over here is pretty questionable, because the Enchantress ran to the corner that has no places for the transition, and now gonna get hit once again.
It's understandable, but that she didn't want to kite into the cipher, but she didn't have much of a choice.
She ran straight into the corner, yeah. Because she ran straight into a corner, and that's like one of the worst places. And now even the fort is here, it won't do much, because fort get catted and plays another cat, and nope, the fort cannot harass anymore. The pressure is just way too much for the survivors in getting a fort escape. So Fort gonna loop over here, instantly rescue it. Once again a stun, and then the Fort is attempting for a stun over here, and
stun!
Ouch! That looked cool on paper, but not cool when it came out. And oh, another attempt to stun did not work. And over.
No.
Yep, and another attempt to stun, but this time predicted. And everyone is here right now, and the novelist is here to assist. So now everyone is here, and that's for the Disciple to look backwards, so to not gain for switch. Because here's the thing: if novelist Disciple got swapped pages with the novelist, then he will lose sight of the Enchantress.
It is a questionable choice that novelist isn't using the book right now.
Novelist doesn't have it yet. Novelist doesn't have it yet.
He does.
Oh, I think he wants to use it in more dangerous times. So, and I think he's not in range, because you have to be in range, I think. Yeah, he wasn't in range. He wasn't in range. Yeah, he wasn't in range just now to use. So, yeah, novelist goes down. Yeah, this is a huge mess right now. But to be fair, there's not much the Surfs can really do, because they really needed a for escape. So over here, release the cats and drag one cat or explode the cat. And now, yep. So yeah, go ahead. So now one cipher remains, and actually with the elimination of the Enchantress, we can actually congratulate Scouts for advancing to the finals tomorrow, where they'll be facing off against ArmadaX once again.
Yeah, congratulations to Scouts for proceeding to the grand finals.
Yep, so now let's just see how this game is going to play off. But right now with both survivors in half health, they can, and Disciple knowing where both survivors are, they can't exactly do much. So yeah, heal each other up. Disciple's gonna spot them. It's likely gonna be a 4K, but it's likely gonna be a 4K for this time. Oh, neither got catted. And wait a minute, the Fort's going for it. The Fort expanded his entire football to get close to it, but Disciple still had teleport, so one of them are going to go down over here.
But the failed hit, this allows the novelist to get to a pallet and perhaps kite for a little longer.
Yeah, but not much now because not much now, and now down it goes, and the novelist is dead on chair. So yeah, novelist dead on chair. All right, female dancer. Oh, sorry about that. Let me check.
Female dancer picking herself up, and now the Anne is going to chase after the forward after seeing that he has no more items.
Yep. Yeah, to be fair, neither survivor have more items, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at this point there aren't much that the survivor can really do, but oh, Disciple lost track of the 4, but to be fair, there's just way too many games that if you're aiming for a 4 escape, you're forced to play aggressive, meaning that it's also more likely that you'll end in a 4K. So alright, over here Disciple doesn't want to find the 4. But to be fair, Ford and Female Dancer, Ford still has self-heal, but Female Dancer does not. And actually the Disciple's jumps are pretty good. Like, I don't know if you noticed it, but she did a lot of curved jumps. Go up, gonna chair the Ford this time, so we'll have to see if the Female Dancer can escape. The Female Dancer still has one more elbow pad, and going to predict teleport, but the Female Dancer is going back attempting for rescues, as she still has one elbow pad at her service, but the Disciple did not realize that the Female Dancer was trying to go back to rescue though.
The Anne now realizing that the Female Dancer went in for a rescue, she's going back to try and find the survivors, but it looks like Forward is going into the basement, but
yeah, the Disciple saw the footsteps. Dennis around the fort knows there's nowhere he can go.
They're looking at each other.
They're just gonna dance at each other. The fort has nowhere to go. The Disciple knows it. Alright, so yeah, the Female Dancer right now, I feel like going to like patrol around, but the fort still has self-heal if the one thing though. But
he's in the basement.
Yeah, he's in the basement.
Needs to crawl out before he uses it. And
he used it. He used it. So now Anne can go back in to smack him. Because I think the fort did not realize that the Disciple is still nearby. So Fort's just one elbow pad. Oh, but that elbow pad did not.
I did not.
Yeah, that was not a good elbow pad.
He should have crawled out of the basement first before self-healing.
Yeah, I think they did not
at
realize that.
At least that forces the Disciple to go back and pick him up or chair him if she doesn't want him to pick himself back up.
Yeah. So now I think it's just a question of whether the Female Dancer can escape through the dungeon and have Tinnitus over here, but actually it's very easy for Disciple to spot survivors through her CAD, so nope, looks like going to be a 4K. But honestly, getting 4K while trying to force a 4 escape is pretty common, so yeah, not much that the Female Dancer can do for here, so yep, one cat and out. With that, congratulations for Scouts for getting a 4K, meaning that by a score of 6-3, 5-5, and 10-0, Scouts managed to defeat Somnia and advance in the finals tomorrow. And honestly, for this game, the only thing I can really say is that getting 4K while trying to force the 4 escape is very common. So the survivor definitely tried, but yeah, the pressure is too high for this game.
Honestly, this match could have gone differently if only the novelist was in range for the book.
Yeah, but we can see the Disciple was pretty smart and turned around, never allowed the novelist to get in range. So the Disciple also countered the novelist pretty good. You're something in?
The novelist did manage to get his book, but sadly, like you said, she just proceeded to walk away from him, which did give a lot of distance, disabling the novelist from using the book.
Yep. Yeah, the disciple is pretty aware on how to counter novelist and not entering in range or showing the face. So yeah, with that, I feel like if the novelist swapped over there, the game could have been differently. But to be fair, a 4 escape very hard against a disciple. Alright, with that, congratulations to Scouts for defeating Somnia, ending Somnia's losers bracket run. So Scouts will be facing off against AX for one final time, as the winner will be, and to face off to see who will be the winner. As only 2 teams remain, ArmadaX and Scouts. So who will win? Find out tomorrow, as we are going to enter my favorite session of the entire tournament. Do you know what that is?
The interviews.
Yeah, so right now we're going to ask one member to ask out to send one member to die in an interview VC. So I'm going to see you to interview VC, guys. Hold on a bit. Yeah, we're going to have to wait to see who will be the very lucky person to die in this interview. I always tell them that joke that to ask them to send one member to die when I ask them to send one member for me to interview. Well, the Scouts is having some trouble in deciding which member to send. Oh, hello. Who's this?
Nanashi.
Oh, it's Nanashi. Okay, so one first question is that you guys just advanced to the finals. How does it feel?
Pretty happy that we get to play again and against AX.
Yeah, you guys will be playing against AX once again tomorrow, and it will be a good time for you to get your revenge if you can.
We hope to get it.
Yeah, one thing that I noticed is that both factions perform pretty well in BO3. You guys excelled, especially in BO3 when the batter get knocked down pretty fast. It looked like a very bad game, but you guys completely reversed it. So can you tell us how did it work? What were you guys thinking over there?
We were initially supposed to harass, and so the batter can get lost. And thank God our prospector harassed was able to stun, and our batter was able to hide his track. So the hunter was forced to chase the.
Yeah. I think that the batter hiding his track is probably the best move. The batter just ducked behind the pallet, but the breaking wheel did not see it. That was a pretty nice move. Also, the other thing is that the hunter also showing up. Your hunters have performed pretty well today, getting full fortes. That was a pretty strong performance from your hunter.
I was surprised when our hunter played and.
Oh.
But, I respect it because it's for guaranteed kills.
Yeah, and to be fair, I feel like the disciple choice made sense because he only needs to get one.
And so he can't get harassed by the forward and such.
Yeah.
The forward's a game changer. You can make a draw into a 4-man.
Yeah. Definitely right about that. So, okay, one funny thing is that I think a lot of audience or me myself know is that how does Mr. Bombastic feels from getting caught Mr. Bomb in the band pick screen? Hold on. Hold a second. He's currently muted right now, so maybe there's something going on. Yeah, we'll have to wait as looks like the interview process is going to end. And Vivi does not want to answer how does Mr. Bombastic feels getting called Mr. Bomb.
I think he likes it because he is the bomb.
He is the bomb. Well, that's a very nice nickname. So, anyways, anything you'll be playing is ArmadaX, and tomorrow's a BO5. So how it gets performed differently, because seeing it's a BO5 and not a common BO3 anymore.
We're gonna try maybe doing different other comps, different arts that we can, since we know they're hunters now, we can try to counter that.
Ah, yeah, because BO5 things are different. So anything to say to ArmadaX before the finals tomorrow?
You're good.
You're good. You're good. Alright then. Well, we'll see who's the best tomorrow. We'll see who's the best tomorrow. And okay then. With that, guys, thank you for your interview. Thanks for your time. And thank you all you guys tuning in for this stream. This has been a long month of tournament, and we have 13 intense battles. But now it all comes down to tomorrow, as 2 teams remain: ArmadaX and Scouts. Who's going to win? Who's going to take the fall? Find out tomorrow. And this is Invisible John checking out, and I'll see you in the final game tomorrow. Bye!